Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to today's Get Ready With Me video. Today we are going to be playing with a few new products, which you will see when we get into that demonstration. But I am going to bring up a few products before you go, because before I forgot to film a introduction video. So here we are. I'm 4 hours into this makeup look, and the only thing that I retouched up was my lippy of choice, which is the YSL Lip Plumping Oil Gloss in Nude Lavier, which is number 44. Now, I have to tell you, before we go, I just want to give you an update on a couple products. Okay, so number one, the Terracotta Concealer from Guerlain. I absolutely love this. I did not set it underneath my eyes, and I usually set my concealers no matter what. This is self-setting, and it looks so gorgeous and so smooth. And I do mention this in the video. I wanted to let you know that this is a light coverage concealer. So if you have anything that you need to cover up, that you need something that is medium to full, this will not be the concealer for you, but I love it. And it does have a fragrance in it, but it's not strong. That's what I love about Guerlain, is their products are fragrance, but it's not a strong fragrance. It's very light, especially compared to Givenchy and Dior, where their complexion products, especially their foundations and their concealers, are very, very strong in the fragrance. This does not cause my eyes to water or become dry or red and irritated, where the Dior products have a tendency to do that with their foundations and their concealer. I tried it and I had to return it. I do love their contour and skin perfecting foundation sticks, but I do not put those directly underneath my eyes, on my eyes. If I put them right here in this area, my eyes will become a waterfall, by the way. So I love this concealer so much, and it will definitely be a repurchase. Now, with the Dior Show Over Volume, I am on 4 hours of wear, and I am starting to get smudging up here on my upper lids and right here. So I am going to take my brow brush and just work that away. But this is definitely like a 2 to 4 hour wear mascara for me, because I have hooded eyes. So if your lashes touch your brow bone or your crease, you're going to get smudging from this. And if you have long lashes, this will smudge on your under eyes too. I did not set my concealer. I have tried this with concealer that has been set with powder. It still smudges on me. So the no smudging of this mascara, yeah, nope, that's a lie. I do love the performance of this mascara. I think it is beautiful. If you love Va Va Voom lashes, this is a great mascara. It is truly beautiful, but if you smudge with other mascaras, then this isn't the mascara for you. So next is the Rose Organza palette from Dior. This is from their limited edition Cannage packaging. These are limited edition. They're so, so pretty. And with the way I applied this today, I absolutely love it now, where before I didn't love it. It just looks so pretty on my eyes. So my mistake was applying this all over, you know, just as a base. So if you are a light to medium plus skin tone, I would avoid applying this all over This is that light pink matte shade right here because it does take away from the pigmentation of these. And since I didn't do that this time, I love this more, but I will tell you that if you are a fair to light complexion, these will show up better on you. If you are light, medium plus, these two shades will take a lot of work into the pigmentation you're trying to get if you want more color payoff. The formula is beautiful, and I was questioning my palette, but I don't think it's my palette. I just think that I was applying it wrong the first time for my skin tone. Now, I did mention that I wasn't going to pick up the coral one, but I did because I got an email from Ulta that they had a special deal for, like, if you spent a certain amount, you either got $10 or $20 off. So I did pick this up along with some Naturium body products. So the coral one is coming, and I will test that one out for you guys because Coral Couture is still available on Ulta, and I believe other retailers still have some of the other ones. But if you're interested in these palettes, I would definitely jump on them. So my favorites, like I mentioned in the video so many times, is Silk Taupe and Brown Cashmere. If these color stories resonate with you, definitely pick them up because I love this formula. And these are limited edition. These are not like any of the palettes that Dior currently has out or their Summer Riviera collection. This formula is like my favorite eyeshadow formula ever. Like, everything applies so beautifully. There's no fallout. There's minimal kickback in the pans. You don't even really have to tap your brush when you apply these. They blend effortlessly. And the shimmery shades, whether it's a satin or the pearlescent topper or a shimmer, a true shimmer, they look so beautiful on mature eyelids. They are gorgeous. And I do think that they are worth the $71 if you like a neutral color story. This Dreamin' hair mask, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love what it's doing for my hair. It's so beautiful. Like, I didn't even have to go in with my pop and lock. I just cannot believe I do not have any flyaways up here. If you guys love Color Wow, if you have menopausal hair, perimenopausal hair, dry brittle hair, frizzy puffy hair, color treated, heat damaged hair, oh my gosh, this is a new love. I don't think I'll be using Money Mask anymore. I think this might be my go-to. Maybe I will be using Money Mask once in a while, but we will see. But anyways, so you guys are gonna go into my video now. I'm sorry, this is another long video. I'm off. I've had just a really hard week this week, and I'm trying to become more present here on YouTube, but I hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to be coming back on a regular schedule, and I am thinking about starting a summer glow up series. Yes. So look for that to come this week since my schedule is regular and I feel pretty good to where I can come back on here regularly. So look out for that summer glow up series. We're going to focus on, you know, me going through my perimenopausal issues and what I'm going to do to hack my health and my skin. So I love you guys so much, and please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It's a little bit off, but still like it. If you don't want to comment, please leave me any emoji of your choice down below, because when you like and comment, it really helps my channel. And also, if you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Please stay tuned for the content that I have coming up. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah. Aloha, everyone, and welcome to this Get Ready With Me. So we're going to be playing with some new products. They may not be new to you, but they are new to me. So I just got out of the shower probably about like a half an hour ago. I've already done my skincare, And I am wearing my sunscreen, which is the Silk Sheer 2.0 from Neova. Now, what's different from my evening skincare routine and my daytime skincare routine is with the Calecim Multi-Action Cream, MAC for short. I am now only using this at night. I'm not using it during the day. So I'm not using that today. And I have been doing that. I started it this week, by the way. And I put on my sunscreen, and then I also used the Green Rooibos AOX Hydrating Toning Mist right after my Photozyme DNA Repair Enzyme Serum, or it's called DNA Youth Recovery. Hopefully one of these days I will get that straight. So the order is I cleansed with the Prequel Cleanser. I did my Viktoria De Ann Peptides, which is Lift, Tone, Elastin, and Pad. And then I go in with the DNA Youth Recovery Serum from Photozyme. Then I go in with the Maisama Green Rooibos AOX Hydrating Mist. I mist that all over, press it into my skin. And then I went in with my Remedy for Moisture in the dry to normal formula. And before I did, right after my Viktoria De Ann Peptides, I did apply my Calecim Eye Contour Lifting Cream too, by the way. And then I went in with my Neova Silk Sheer 2.0 SPF 40. This has the DNA repair enzymes in it. And I apply this all over my face, down to my neck and my chest. And I wait 15 minutes before I apply anything else over this, because you have to wait 15 minutes to let those films form on your skin. And it's recommended to do that with all sunscreens, but it's especially important for those mineral sunscreens. So I wait 15 minutes before I go with anything else, and here we are now. Now, if you notice, I do look a little bit tan. I did my fake tan last night, and my favorite formula is the Pita Jane Tanning Mousse in the shade medium. My hands didn't come out too well, like how I normally do. Like I have this spot right here, and I'm thinking I might have been sleeping on that, like, you know, tucked under, I don't know, something happened there. But anyway, so I do have that on. Now, I am trying a new product for my hair. So if you watched my last video, I mentioned that Color Wow released a new product, and this is their Dreaming Repair Hair Mask. This is for those who have frizzy hair, that you suffer from puffy hair, frizzy hair. If you have naturally curly hair and you're looking for a really great mask to keep your hair frizz-free and smooth it out. So what this does is, this isn't Dream Coat, but it pairs really well with Dream Coat if you like to smooth out your hair. So if your hair is chemically treated, if it's dry, brittle, if it's breaking, if it feels like cotton candy, if you color your hair, bleach your hair, if your hair is damaged from using your heat styling tools, this is the mask for you, they say. I'm trying it today for the very first time, so we will see. I do love their Money Mask, and Money Mask is more for hydration and moisture, and it is a completely different product than this Dreaming. So this is going to repair your hair from the inside out. It's going to resist humidity, resists moisture absorbed into the hair by 200 and something %. So if your hair, you know, if you're in a humid environment and you're looking for something to help resist frizziness, this is a product for you. And if you find that, you know, with Dream Coat, using it, that you don't get much, or you still get a little bit of frizziness like I do, this is supposed to be like lock everything in, by the way. This also has heat protectant in it, so it's repairing the hair from the inside out. It has a different texture than Money Mask, and it has a different scent. So Money Mask, I have a little bit left in here, is more of a gel cream texture, and it has a slight blue color to it. I love the scent of this. Money reminds me, the scent reminds me of like water. And then the one thing I don't like about the packaging of the hair masks is when they come like this and you take it in the shower, water gets in there. So Dreaming is more of like a butter texture, and when you apply it to the hair, it melts into the hair, and it has this light pink color, and it has a very light floral scent to it. I want to say, I can't really pinpoint it. There's no rose, but it is a really pretty floral scent, but it is not strong. Like Money, the scent of the Money Mist and the Money Mask, it is there and you can smell it. This, you can't really smell it. It's very, very faint. So what I did with my hair is I cleansed with the Color Wow Color Security Shampoo. Then I applied this to my hair, I combed it through, put it up in a clip, left it in my hair while I finished the rest of my shower. They say leave this in your hair for 2 to 3 minutes, just like Money Mask. And what I'm gonna style my hair with is, I'm gonna go for just putting the extra large bombshell volumizer just at the crown of my hair, and from the front all the way to the back of my crown. And then I'm going to go in with Money Mist. Normally how I smooth out my hair is to keep it really smooth and sleek and get rid of that frizz, is I go in with Money Mist, then I go in with the bombshell extra large, and then I go in with the Dream Cocktail in the coconut infused. This is really good if you have that hair type that is really hard to smooth out, especially as you know, if you're going through menopause and perimenopause, the hair gets really dry, brittle, and it becomes frizzy and wiry. I find that this has been so great for smoothing out my hair. And then also, I also love just to use the Money Mist by itself too with the extra large. So if you watched my last 2 videos, I did have my hair smooth out, and I just smoothed it out with these, and I do use the GHD Duet Blow Dry volumizing brush. I go in with my Dyson Neural blow dryer back there, dry my hair till it's about 80% dry, and then I go in with the GHD Duet Blow Dry. So today what I'm gonna do, oh, and then after I smooth out my hair when I'm done, I go in with the Pop and Lock to tame down any frizziness or flyaways in my hair. So today what I'm gonna do is I did Dreaming, and I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna spray my hair with my Money Mist, and then I'm gonna go in with the extra large, and we're gonna, I'm gonna see what my hair looks like after I blow it dry. You guys will see it, and to see if I have a need for this and see if this really is going to do what they say as a first use. This also helps with hair breakage and restoring the elasticity in your hair. They did do a third-party clinical testing with this, and there's a really good video that Rich Rose put out interviewing the Color Wow team on what makes this special and the science behind it. So I'll link that down below if you guys want to see it. Now I just spent 10 minutes talking about that, so sorry. So let's go in with my makeup. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyes with the Guerlain Terracotta concealer, and this is the shade 2N. So this is really hard to get out. Now this is a very light coverage concealer. If you are someone who likes a medium to full coverage concealer, this isn't going to be for you. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this without setting my under eyes. I'm going to go in with my Nikki LaRose from BK Beauty N16 concealer brush, and I am just going to apply this to my lids. And I'll show you what else we're going to use today, because I do have some new makeup I want to share with you, and we're going to use it today. And I am going to just apply this to my lids just to even them out and just get a little bit of priming there. Now the eyeshadow that I'm going to use today, we don't need to use an eyeshadow primer, but I like to just even out my lids with it. Okay, so we are gonna play with the new Dior 5-color Cannage Quint in Rose Organza. So this is what we're gonna use for the eyes. Now, I haven't really seen any videos on this palette, and in case you're interested, it's still available at Ulta. So here it is. It's more of a warmer pink color story. It is pretty light, so those of you who have fair skin, I think that this would be a really pretty palette on you. I did see someone with a darker complexion, darker than I am. Maybe she was more like a medium tan or tan complexion, use this, and it looked really pretty on her. But these I don't find are that pigmented. I really love the silk taupe and brown cashmere. Yesterday I wore brown cashmere and I just love this palette. It's so pretty. I applied this, it was very quick and it just looks so pretty on my eyes from 5:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock last night. I did not have to come home when I got home from work. I did not have to touch it up or anything. It just lasted all day and looked so beautiful. And then the other one is silk taupe. And I believe these are pretty much sold out everywhere, but I would just check just to be sure. So silk taupe is really, really pretty. I was debating on applying this or the rose organza, but I figured I would do rose organza because it's my least favorite from the collection. But we'll see because I've only used it twice. But these two, I love the formula of these two. I love the color payoff of these two. They're so pretty. And then I figured let's go ahead and I'll show you the Dior Over Volume mascara. This is their latest mascara in the Cannage packaging that matches the palettes. And then I have a new highlighter. So I picked up Blue Strobe from Dior. This is so pretty. I didn't think I was gonna like this, but I swatched it at Sephora on my hand and I fell in love with it. It is so pretty. It is very cool. On the hand, it has some blue and pink and sort of like lavender sparkles in it with a nice iridescent like blue lavender shift to it. It is pretty cool, but it actually looks pretty good on my skin. And I figured I would try this today and show you guys. My other two favorites are, this is Nude Halo. This is pretty if you have light to medium, I would say to true medium skin tone. It's kind of like more of that gold champagne versus like a platinum color like the gold one is in this. But the Halo, this is really, really a smooth highlighter. It doesn't have any glittery particles in it. It looks so pretty on the skin. It gives you that healthy glow that's not blingy. It looks very natural and healthy on the skin. I love these highlighters. The strobes are a little bit more intense, but still look natural. But the strobes more are that multi-chrome effect. Here is pink strobe, so it looks pink, but then it does have a really pretty gold shift to it. And then we have blue strobe. So we'll play with blue strobe today. And then I'm going to use the Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks and Face Trace Contoured Powder Duo in Truffle and Tulle. So it's kind of a cooler pink, but sometimes this pulls warm on me, so we'll see how well it will pair today with this look and that highlighter. I really want to use this highlighter. And then for lips, I'm going to use the YSL Lip Plumping Oil in number 44 Nude La Vie. All right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so this is set on my lids now. So I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow. So I did pick up some new brushes from Refer. They had a sale and I picked up their mini collection of the eye brushes. Let me see how many were in there. There's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4. 4 of the mini brushes. And then I got this one for free. So I got the mini collection and then I got 3 face brushes. I got their Refer 20, which is for highlighter. I got the Refer 19, which I've been using with the Westman Atelier contour and contour powders. And then I got number 4, which is another face brush, and I've been using this for the Westman Atelier blush. So the powder blush. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water. All right. So let's go in with this palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of these Refer mini brushes. I'm gonna go with the mini 15. Now these mini eyeshadow brushes are really, really good if you have hooded lids or you have small eyes. I have been loving it. So I'm gonna go in with this light pink color right here. Now this is, it looks matte, but there is a little bit of sheen to this. And I'm just gonna start out with putting this in my crease contour. And I'm not gonna put it all over my lid. I have put it all over my lid the last few times I tried it. And it just, I was finding that I just could not get enough pigmentation from the pinks in this. So I'm gonna try just putting it in my crease contour and seeing how it will affect the rest of these eyeshadows applying to my skin. And as you can see, this just does not show up on me. It's really, really light. So it is definitely a great shade to help blend out and soften the lines. So next, I'm gonna take the Refer 13 and I'm gonna go in with this very beautiful light pink shade in the center. And I'm gonna start to apply this on the outer corner of my lid. And I did not set that concealer because it is self-setting. And as you can see, this is a very, very light pink. And I'm gonna take this up to the outer part, or I'm gonna take this into my crease contour as well. Give me a little bit of pinkiness there. Hopefully this look comes out pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go in and dip more. I find that this formula just doesn't seem like the same as brown cashmere and silk taupe. It doesn't seem as pigmented, and I have to dip in more versus the other palettes. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're looking kind of pinky here. So next I'm gonna go in with the mini 14 and I'm gonna go into this sort of like, it's like a warm rose pink. It almost reminds me of that darker pink that is in the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palettes. And by the way, these do not have any kickback. And I'm going to apply this on the very outer corner of my lid and take it up onto the outer part of my crease. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put this all over that pink because I think it looks better on my eyes to have a darker color here. Sorry. So I'm taking this up to the outer part of my crease. So I will say, without putting that very first shade on all over, I am getting more pigmentation out of these now. Okay, looks really messy, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll blend everything out. Yeah, I definitely have to dip and build these up quite a bit compared to the other two palettes. Now, I did not pick up the coral one because it looks too orange for me. And I don't really gravitate towards corals. And I have that Natasha Denona Bloom palette, and I don't need any more corals because there's not something that I gravitate towards. And I know I could probably say that for these other two palettes that I have of these, but I love them. They're perfect for travel, very work friendly, easy to apply. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this BK Beauty A503 brush, and I'm just going to blend that rosy color out into my temples here from my crease, okay? And then I'm going to go in with this mini 15 brush and go into that very first shade that we used in our crease contour. And I am going to soften the lines and put this on my brow bone. Okay, and it looks like I definitely need to build this up a little bit right here. Fix it, okay. And then I'm gonna take that same color we put on the brow bone, and I'm going to blend it all over this just to soften that rose a bit. Perfect. Perfect. All right. All right. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go into this satin shade right here, which is this really, really pretty pink. And I'm going to grab, not a Refer 21, I'm going to grab this number 2 mini from Refer, and I'm going to grab this pink shade, which this pink shade almost looks similar to the one that is in the silk taupe, but I think this one is more on the warmer side, where the silk taupe one is kind of, it's on that neutral shade, neutral to cool. And I'm just applying this to my inner mobile lid to meet that rose shade. Such a pretty pink. This color is pretty. So I love this color. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm using this again in a different way, I'm actually starting to like this. But I will say the formula does seem different than those other two still. Maybe I could have gotten an off palette. Okay, hopefully I didn't cover that up. So we went in with this shade right here, and I applied it from my inner mobile lid to meet that rose shade. Next, we're gonna go in with this very, very pretty topper shade. This is that pearly shade right here. It looks white, but it's got some pink sparkles and a pink shift to it. And I'm gonna load up this Rougher number 21 brush with that color. And I'm just gonna apply that right here in the center just to give it a pop. Now this is your pop shade. And if you want more impact from this, then that's when I would wet the brush. Or you can use, you know, like a little bit of glitter glue if you wanted to, but if you wet the brush, it applies beautifully. I've tried it. So that just adds a little bit of pop there into the center of the eye. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take my Rougher 23 brush. This is my liner brush. And I'm gonna grab this rose shade right here. And I'm gonna apply this as a liner. So I'm just loading up the brush and I'm just gonna go on the very outer corner of my upper lid and the outer corner. Actually, I'm gonna take this all the way underneath my eye to meet the corner. So using this all over my lower lash line. This is definitely the warmer pink, pinky shade versus that center shade. It's kind of, it's a cool, not really a cool, but not so warm. I think it just depends on your skin tone of how it's gonna pull. It is a warm pink, sorry. So as you can see that the shade is pretty, it's not, it's pigmented, but I wish it was just a little bit darker. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this, do I wanna use this? I'm gonna do this Rougher 13 mini, and I'm gonna grab that center pink shade, and I'm going to blend this into my lower lash line over that rose color. And then we'll clean it up with my concealer. Okay, so I think that's it for the eyes for right now. Now, let's go ahead and apply my foundation. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation, which is the Guerlain Terracotta Le Tint Glow. And I'm using shade 3N today since I have my faux tan on. I normally use shade 2.5 for my everyday, and I have one pump, and I'm going to just put this between my fingers, and I just start out at the center of my face with my nose, and I'm going to work it out into my skin, and then I will go over it with a beauty blender to blend it and press it into the skin. This is my favorite way to apply this foundation. I've tried it with a brush. It still, you know, it still looks good, but I just find that I usually get too much foundation. And so I like to apply foundation with my hands and then go over with the beauty blender to shear this out, because I don't like I like a light to medium, sheer to light to medium coverage foundation for my skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend this in. And it is damp. So this will take a little bit of the coverage off, kind of shear it out a little bit. And it just gives me the perfect amount of coverage and really blends this foundation in really well. So if you have dry skin, dry to normal skin, I would definitely recommend this foundation for you. If you have oily skin, I mean, there are people who have oily skin that have been testing this foundation and they like it, but you're going to have to powder you're going to have to powder it for sure. I definitely powder it because I do get, you know, oily in my T-zone, but, and it is warmer today, so, but I just love the healthy glow that this gives my skin. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the Guerlain concealer, and this is shade 2, and it still works, as I like it to be a little bit brighter. So we're gonna conceal underneath my eyes, and then also clean up the out of bounds eyeshadow. So I'm just going to tap this in first, and then I'm gonna clean up that eyeshadow. And today I'm not going to set this concealer, and that's probably going to be a mistake for that mascara. It's probably going to smudge on me something fierce, and I'm going to look like a raccoon. I'm going to get smudging on my upper lids and on my lower lids, but that's okay. All right, so here is the concealer. Here is without, and as you can see from using the Pepti Pad and the Calecim eye contour lifting cream, I don't really need concealer, but I do put it on to even out the coloring with my under eyes, and then also to clean up my eyeshadow. And I really enjoy the lighter coverage of this concealer. But of course, if you have a lot to cover, I would not recommend this concealer because you will not like it. And I do want to point out that this concealer does have a slight fragrance to it too. It's pretty light. It smells like a lighter version of the foundation. So I do like it. It's pricey though, but we'll see, you know, as I continue to use it, how much I like it. Okay, so I am gonna conceal just a little bit around my nose right here because I did accidentally wipe off some of the foundation. With my hand. Normally with this foundation, I don't have to conceal around my nose, but I rubbed my nose with my hand accidentally, and I did it a little bit too hard and the foundation came off. I do have a breakout right here, by the way, so let me just put a little bit of this on here just to kind of cover it up just a little bit. Sorry, this is glass, so don't drop it on your tile floor. Okay, I'll just come up underneath here a little bit. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over that concealer with my Beauty Blender and do 1 more pounce of my foundation before I powder. Oh, my skin is dehydrated today. I'm dehydrated, actually. I haven't been good with drinking my water today. I've been trying to hydrate, and it's hot too. It's so hot. It's like almost 100 degrees outside today, and it's dry. So I am a little bit dehydrated, more so than I normally am. Okay, now I will have to tell you, as I got my foundation on and I just looked at my eyes, this definitely, this eyeshadow seemed to apply better without putting that matte shadow all over my lids. Can I talk? Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to powder, and I'm going to use the YSL All Hours, what is it called again? All Hours Hyper Blur powder in the shade Translucent. And I'm going to do a light dusting of this. And this has become my favorite powder. I love it because it's very light and it doesn't dry out my skin. If you have dry skin, I think that you would really like this loose setting powder. If you have oily skin, you'd probably want to do more of the pressed powder because that one is really mattifying. But the pressed one, it can have a tendency to leave a white cast if you don't blend it in. If you just use it with a puff, it'll leave a white cast. If you use a brush and apply it, then it doesn't leave a white cast. And I don't get a white cast from this powder at all on my skin. And it does a pretty good job at setting my foundation and keeping it really nice looking for a good 8 hours without me getting that oily breakthrough. And it really does blur out the skin and it looks perfect. And you can still see some of that glow coming through from that foundation. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the Westman Atelier. This is the Baby Cheeks Duo in sculpting powder in Tulle and Truffle. And I'm gonna go in with Truffle first. So I'm gonna use that Rephr 19 brush. And I'm gonna grab some of this Truffle, and I have to be careful with this because this one is pretty pigmented. So, and I'm just gonna do my contour with this. Now this is definitely a little bit darker and a little bit warmer than Biscuit. Biscuit, I could still wear Biscuit with a darker foundation. I would just have to build it a little bit for my skin. That's why I wanted to go for Truffle today, because I think Truffle would go better with my tan. And then I'm gonna grab some and I'm gonna start to contour my chin here, but you have to be careful with this Truffle shade because if you apply it too much at the same time and you don't blend it in, it can look muddy. Okay, and I'm just gonna do a little bit more like right here to kind of contour my problem area. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my Patrick Ta nose contour brush, grab some of the Truffle on that curved side, tap it on my hand, and then I'm gonna contour my nose with this. And again, I have to be very light-handed with this because it is pretty dark. And then I'm going to just blend that in with the other end of that brush. And then grab a little bit more and put some like right here. And then I'm gonna put it right here at the bottom of my lip to help them appear fuller. Oh, my skin looks so good. It looks so good. I love this foundation, and with this powder combo, it really just looks like second skin. And my under eyes look so smooth with that concealer. Love, love, love. Hopefully the mascara does not smudge on me today. Ugh. Okay, all right, so now we're done with that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Dior Forever Nude Bronzer, and this is the shade 30. It's Tan Matte. And I'm gonna take my BK Beauty 104 brush. I'm just gonna swirl it in here and we're just going to bronze. So I don't contour my forehead. And this is just a very nice nude natural bronze on me. It looks more like a tan versus a bronze on me. If I wanted more of that warm bronze look, I would go in with the YSL bronzer. Okay. Go down here on the sides of my neck. I gotta remember to look in the mirror, not the viewfinder. Okay, so there we are, nice and bronzed or tan. I love that bronzer so much. And then now I'm gonna go in with the Tulle blush in this Westman Atelier Duo. And then I'll start applying that to my cheeks with the Refer number 4 brush. And this is kind of a light color of a blush. It's like the petal seems more pigmented for this one, but you can build it up very nicely. All these Westman Atelier powder duos are very buildable. Okay. So I'm gonna let this settle on my cheeks before I apply any more, because my skin is reactive to touch. And you know, sometimes I can apply too much blush, but sometimes I don't apply enough, because as soon as I touch my skin with that blush brush, it turns red, and then it makes it look like I have too much blush on. So we're just gonna let that settle. So I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Volumizing Brow Gel in Taupe. And then just do my brows really quick. I was gonna do this off camera, but might as well just do it on here now. This is gonna be a long video. So I'm going in with the shorter fiber side, and then I go in with the longer fiber side, and that longer fiber side helps me fill in the gaps. So, and that can be messy. It's definitely not a quick application tinted brow gel, but I just really, really love it for my brows. It does give them a bit of volume without it making my eyebrows stiff. It's a perfect color for my brows. And then it just like, I like it because I can fill in the gaps of my brows without having to use a brow pencil. Of course, if I wanted more definition, then I would go in with a brow pencil, but we're just doing quick brows today. My brows are kind of a little bit funky because I did get some sunscreen in them. I tried to avoid it, but it just happened. Okay, everything is starting to come together now. Okay, now let's go in with that Dior Over Volume Mascara. So here's the wand. It is a silicone wand, and it has some little spikies at the tip there. And I do like this formula. I think it is beautiful, and it does give you those va-va-voom lashes, but it does smudge on me. And that's why I go for my tubing mascara, because it doesn't smudge on me. So with one coat of this, you get instant volume. And I like that tip, that spiky tip, like the Kulfi mascara, so you can go in and either separate or get those hard to reach lashes. See, that's it, boom. Instant volume. This really makes my lashes look beautiful. Similar to the Kulfi mascara, by the way. And I'm not going to build this up for a second layer because I don't need it. I like Va Va Voom. When I was younger, I used to really like Va Va Voom lashes. And I like the volume of this, how it is right now. If I built it up, it's just gonna be, my lashes are gonna be the center of attention. And if this was in brown and not black, I would build it up more because then it would look more natural versus like, here's my lashes. So I hope that, you know, that they come out with a brown one of this for those of you who love this mascara. Like I said, I would love it if it didn't smudge on me. Okay, so there is that mascara. It is really, really pretty. I really, really love this, and I'm saving this for, you know, evenings out when I'm not going to be, like for when I apply my makeup, you know, for evenings out where it's not going to be long wearing. Okay, so I think the blush looks pretty good. I think I'm going to add a little bit more here to this side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do my hair, and I will let the blush settle just a little bit more. But I think that this is going to be enough blush. All right, and then I will be back after I do my hair and we'll finish up with the highlighter and my lips. Okay, everyone, I'm back and I blew out my hair, and as a first impression, dreaming, I love. So normally my hair still looks a little bit puffy after, and puffy, and I mean like with the slight little bit of frizz after I blow it out. It's not as smooth like this. And I have to go in with either the hair oil, but my new love is the Pop and Lock in order for it to smooth out this nicely. I love the way that my hair feels. It feels so good. It has more movement in it, a little bit more body. I feel like it kind of thickened up my hair just a little bit. But the way my hair just feels, it's like so soft, so silky, but it also feels healthier too. And then I will tell you that this did make my hair more manageable for styling. And I pretty much did my blow dry in 5 minutes and styled my hair in 20 minutes when normally it takes me 25 minutes to 30 minutes. So this really helped. This kind of like the way it sped up my blow dry kind of reminds me of their speed dry. So there's that. Also, this does not feel heavy in your hair. Your hair doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like you have an oil coating in your hair. It's very light, and when you apply it into the hair, just like the Money mask, it almost feels like it's not moisturizing enough. But what it did for my hair, I definitely feel like it repaired it, and it makes it feel so, so good. I just can't believe how much brighter it looks too. And then also the shine. It leaves my hair definitely shinier than Money Mask. So we'll see. And I noticed that I don't have the flyaways as much here at the center of my head. I just have my roller in here for right now while we finish up the rest of my makeup. So for my eyes, I'm going to go in the Rose Organza palette, and I'm going to grab this pink shade here. And I'm going to apply that to the inner corner tear ducts to my eyes for like a little bit of a pop there and brightness. This is such a pretty shade. So, so pretty. I love these Dior palettes because if you have mature skin and you don't like how a lot of shimmers in other palettes you know, enhance the texture. And I will say that all three of these Dior limited edition Cannage quints that I have, none of the shimmers in here enhance the texture of my eyes, or the texture of the skin of my eyes. And they all just look so, so, so pretty. They blend really well. It looks so, so, so pretty and effortless. This one is a little bit more work for me compared to the other two. All right, now blush looks good. This blush looks really, really pretty with this palette, and that is using this from the Westman Atelier Duos. This is Tulle and Truffle. Looks so, so good. I love these so much. I use Petal all the time. Sometimes I use Coquette and Mimi, but this one I think is definitely going to be a hit for summer too. Love, love, love. Okay, so now let's do my highlighter. We're going to do Blue Strobe. And now I wish I could swatch these for you to where it would show up, but oh, wow, it looks really blue with the light there. I don't know, it's not going to really show up here. It looked really blue on my finger, but it's not that blue, so don't worry about that. It's just that the way that the powders catch the light. Okay, so what did I do with my highlighter brush? So I'm going to go in with my highlighter brush and grab some of this. Now these do have a slight fragrance to it. It's not strong, but it is there and it doesn't linger. And I'm going to apply this. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. Apply it down the center of my nose here. And what it's doing is it's just giving my skin this really pretty luminosity and glow, but it doesn't look blue. Like right now, it looks pink to me. All right, I'm gonna grab some more, because there is a slight, in here, it looks blue, but there's a slight pink shift to it. It is a multi-chrome highlighter, by the way. So, and then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Do a little bit here. Oh, right here. So pretty. Looks so natural on the skin. So, so pretty. I love these luminizers. These are my absolute favorite luminizers. Love, 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 love the colors. Love that formulation. All right, so now let's do lips. So for lips, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Fair Lip Liner. And I'm gonna line my lips with this. And I'm not going to extend my lip line. I wanted like a cooler pinky nude for this look, and this color pairs well with Nude Lavier lip colors from YSL. All three of mine pair well with Pillow Talk Fair, and also just regular Pillow Talk too. So here is Nude Lavier YSL lip plumping oil glosses. As you can see, it's just a very light sheer pigment. There is a little bit of pigment there, but oh my gosh, these are so good. I love them. And I didn't put any lip treatment on my lips, just so that my lips were dry and I can give you guys my impression, because I don't find that these are strong whatsoever, and there's a lot of people saying that these are very intense, and I haven't found that. I've tried it, you know, when my lips were really dry and sort of chapped. Didn't really get that intense feeling. I've tried it, you know, I use these like every other day, sometimes every day, and I've never gotten that intense feeling with it. All right, so here's the lip look. Now let's take down my roller. Oof, look at that volume. Okay. Wow. Okay, let me see. Okay, so sorry, we got cut off, but oh my gosh, I love, love my hair. I love that I don't have to put in another product in my hair. I do have a couple of these grays right here that are sticking straight up, and they are the gray wire hairs. I'm getting so much gray hair, guys. Yeah, it's like full on coming in now. And I haven't had my hair colored in months. As you can tell, I have major roots, but the gray is really coming in around my hairline that it blends in with my blonde highlights really well. Like these sides right here, this is like all gray right here. See this where it looks like a platinum blonde? That's gray. I think it looks really, really pretty. And I was gonna do a full highlight and I changed my mind to do a partial highlight because I like how it's blending in my gray naturally. And who knows, maybe one of these days soon, I will just let it all go gray because I really like the way it looks on my sides. I think it actually looks pretty with my skin tone. So we'll see. As you know, getting your hair colored these days is so expensive. All right, so my final thoughts on this rose organza palette. I do really love the way that this eyeshadow look came out. I would just say beware that this one, the color payoff isn't as good as the other two, the silk taupe or the brown cashmere. Those are really quick and easy to apply. But I would say these two shades right here are the ones that you have to build. At least I had to build them. Maybe it's my palette that something's off with it. But I do really, really love all three of these palettes, but the two that are still my favorite are Silk Taupe and Brown Cashmere. Let me know if you want to see any makeup looks with these, and I will definitely do that for you, and also make it go a little bit faster instead of this long video. I just kind of spent a lot of time talking about this Color Wow Dreaming product because it's brand new. It was just released this week, and I know there's a lot of you that are interested in this and wanted to get my opinion on it. And so far, I love it. I think it's fabulous, and I definitely think that you should try it. You can pick it up from Color Wow direct, or you can pick it up from Sephora. They have it in store. I picked mine up from Sephora. So I will try this with Dreamcoat. I'll try it with how I usually style my hair. Today I just used it with extra large Bombshell volumizing mousse, and then or volumizer and Money Mist. The next time I use this, I'll use it with my cocktail, my Dream Cocktail, the coconut infused, and then I will try it with the regular Dreamcoat. Because the regular Dreamcoat, when I use that, it doesn't, my hair still gets frizzy after it. I'm curious to see what will happen with this. I could usually go for the Dreamcoat Extra. I think it's the extra one because it's more moisturizing, and that one I have more success with taming down my frizz. The one thing I don't like about Dreamcoat for me is you have to use so much of it, and I don't like that. But you know, it doesn't leave a coating on the hair. It's just the application is kind of a pain in the tail, and it gets all over you and all this stuff. So I will try it all the different ways and let you know. And then they tell you to use this every 2 to 3 washes to maintain your results, and it does temporarily seal the split ends too, by the way. I'll leave that video down below so you guys can see it, but so far I really love it. I love the way that this makeup look came out. Love all the products. And I am sending you all so much love and light. Don't forget to give this video a like, and I will leave all these products down below in the Shop My Shelf link that will take you to Shop My Shelf, and you'll see the pictures of everything. I don't have any discount codes on any of these products that I used today. All these products I purchased myself, and I'm not sponsored or affiliated with any of them, but I will leave the links so in case you guys are interested that you can shop them. And I love you. Have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll be back on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, for a microcurrent treatment, okay? All right, guys, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.